like nobody that you see online is perfect, including him, obviously, and you don't have to be perfect to achieve outstanding results in, whatever field or fields you're looking to pursue in your life. And really, he broke down his approach, which I've already known because I read his books and listened to his podcast for a long time, but probably forgot. And it's something that I think I subconsciously do to push forward my own goals and initiatives and projects. And um, he was basically saying something along the lines of each day he really only has like one major thing that he aims to work on for, say, a period of maybe 2 to 3 hours of deep work, and that's his typical daily minimum. Now, if he works more, then he works more, and that's fine. But what he does when he wakes up, most of the time, it sounds like, is he'll get up and he'll get a pen and paper and just write down, like, what are the things that are most bothering me, that I need to accomplish today. And then on that list, he'll basically go through and select like the top one, the top biggest contributor to his feeling of uneasiness or unproductivity or whatever he's feeling at the time. And then set that as like the key task to focus on for the day and dedicate 2 to 3 hours just to that task with no distractions, no phones, no perusing social media, whatever. And if you do that for a long enough period of time, like the amount of work or the things that you can get done is, pretty outstanding. And, sometimes that task might carry over a few days, or if you notice that something is carrying over a few days, maybe that means that you need to break it down further, um, the way that you're thinking about it. But you can't just say like run a business, right? You have to be a little bit more specific to that so that you can actually watch yourself make headway in this area that you're trying to make headway in. And so today, being Saturday, I did break my rule and, once again, immediately started working when I got up. But once I felt on top of my stuff for the day with, I try to call it like my career work and then like my personal work. With my career work, then I I sat down in the kitchen, and obviously I'm still sick, but I sat down in the kitchen and I made myself a coffee, made myself a bowl of oatmeal, and I just took my notebook out, which I still have here, right here, and I just started writing. And my goal in writing today was first to reflect on all the victories of 2024 and then look forward into what I want my victories in 2025 to be. Sort of like a proactive version of Tim's, like, what's bothering me today list. And the reason why I did that was, one, I've been feeling like this year was so busy and full of so much that um, I've accomplished a lot this year, but because of how busy it's been, I didn't, I'm not sure if I allowed myself the time to really feel content or grateful or whatever for those victories. So I wanted to take a second and just reflect on the fact that this was a productive year. I haven't been stagnant, which I've been feeling lately because of all the busyness. Um, I haven't been stagnant. I did accomplish a lot, and just because I didn't hit a major milestone within the past like 2 weeks doesn't mean this whole year was a stagnant year. So I went through and I wrote all of that, which is a bit personal. I could dig into it if you want in another video, and then to follow up that, I decided to look forward into 2025. And, this is exactly what I did in 2024. And it's probably why 2024 was as packed of a year as it is or has been with terms of like personal victories. Like I really accomplished a lot in 2024. Um, so I decided to do the same thing for 2025 and really write down everything that I wanted for the year, personally, professionally, personal business wise, all of it, fitness wise. And then I categorized everything into initiatives. So, one initiative may have been, or was, let me just open it up instead of guessing. One initiative, as I started working through it, ended up being categorized as my Ironman effort or my growth in fitness effort or initiative. So in that, then I broke down like what work actually goes into this initiative day to day or week to week. And this effort was really to start to minimize these tasks in my mind, because when you hear like I'm doing another Ironman, or I'm trying to run a business, or I'm trying to get a promotion at work or make more money, those things seem big, right? But with this, so Ironman, the only work that I have to put into Ironman for 2025, ready? I have to hit my daily workouts, which are programmed for me by my coach. So I have to hit my daily workouts. I have to iron out my nutrition. So say what I'm going to eat, what days of the week, and how much, right? Basically. I decided it'd be a good idea to get my blood work done so that I can keep tabs on how my body is actually accumulating to the training, and seeing if there's any room for efficiency gains there once I get into the swing of things. And then the fourth thing on that list is prioritizing recovery sessions, either daily or every other day, and rest. And that's it. That's my Ironman block for the 8 months of the year, right? So you can see that feels much smaller than saying I'm going to do another Ironman and I'm going to PR. Instead of thinking of it like that, I'm thinking of it like, all right, I'm going to do my daily workout every day, and I'm going to eat right, and these smaller actionable items. So that's it for the Ironman. And then as a part 2 for the Ironman, which pairs with my personal branding, is I'm gonna document the process and then share that process and those learnings with Instagram, YouTube, and my website. That's it. So this big monster of developing and growing my personal brand business is really sharing the documented process for something that I'm already doing, which is my Ironman training, and which is something that I do now and with all of you. Like, I'm not even training hard right now. I'm not even in my full swing training, and I'm still checking in with you guys every single day, keeping you posted on what I'm thinking and what I'm doing. And that's my daily practice to push this forward, right? The next classification is my engineering business, right? So I got my PE a few months ago, and if you don't know what a PE is, it's a professional engineer's license. And with that, I can basically design and stamp off designs of whatever I want in New York. So it's an extremely powerful license that can lead to a lot of money earned in my pocket, aside from what it provides me in my career. So that's a good thing for me to focus on. And what my goal for the year isn't grow my engineering business, it's acquire and complete an engineering design job, start to finish, get paid for it, and then I made money in my engineering business, check. Bit of a confidence builder, something that I'm not going to charge too much money for, maybe like 5 or 10,000, might take me like a month or so, and check that off. So basically, I have to keep my eyes open for opportunities like this that will come along and for me to do. But it's really not an insanely active thing for me to do until I acquire the job. Okay, that doesn't seem too big, too hard to tackle. And then, my actual job, my career, grow into a true senior slash account manager position. Right now, I'm literally right there, and I want to make sure that my performance matches and exceeds the expectation of what a senior should do. Okay, so there's nothing additional with that. It's just continuing to deal with the stress and the work that I'm dealing with in my professional career, deciding to deliver at the highest quality possible, and allowing that work to continue my growth throughout the year. And that item or that point stems from me having completed the hardest project of my career this past year and recognizing the growth that came from that. So understanding that, all right, at my work, at my job, I'm going to continue to put out a major effort, and that major effort is going to yield personal and professional growth just by doing that, just by doing my job, how I know I should be doing my job. So nothing additional there. That's something that we're just a lot of these things you're noticing, I'm just continuing along the same path, along the same trajectory, and there are not many things that I'm gonna have to add into my life to accomplish these things. And then personal. So like personal, I'll keep one of them a secret because it should be a secret. I made a savings goal, and then I made a goal to upgrade my professional and personal appearance, in terms of like outfits, things to improve my quality of life, stuff like that. So that's pretty much what I have here written down on these 2 pages, and I wrote a few more than these pages this morning. There's a bit more detail, but the effort today, or the takeaway that I wanted to leave today with, is that this overall success with each of these endeavors, so the Ironman endeavor, the personal brand endeavor, the engineering business endeavor, my career growth endeavor, and then what I want to see for myself personally, like completely unrelated to any of those things, is really a series of daily actions or weekly actions that I'll be targeting to allow myself to systematically grow throughout the year. And this year is probably going to feel like much more of a slow grow of a year because there aren't a ton of like performance day milestones. Like Ironman is a performance day milestone. Like you did your job in training when you get to race day, right? For the most part. The PE, getting that this year, that's a performance milestone. I studied for it, studied long and hard for it, did practice exams, put in countless hours, took the tests in one day, 8 hours, 9 hours, and then at the end of that day, or whenever they decided to mail me my results. Performance day milestone, got the thing, one fell swoop, like of relief and happiness, and then that's it. All these other things, I'm gonna have to develop trackable metrics to, or some of these things. Some of these things are yes or no, did I do it or didn't I do it? But some of these things are going to be tracked through daily action and weekly action and retroactive recaps. Um, and that's something that I need to put a little bit of more work into to develop myself. Because aside from all the stress that I've been feeling with work lately, I'm associating my sense of stagnation, I think I would say. It's hardly a sense of stagnation, but I feel like I've been working a lot and just standing still, even though it's not true. And I think when that happens, it's important to evaluate what metrics you're tracking to show progress. And the biggest area that I'm feeling most stagnant is the personal branding. So the Instagram and the YouTube and the website. And I probably feel that way because I'm putting out these daily videos, but my growth is very slow, very slow. I have 97 subscribers now, but at one point I was gaining like 10, 20 a week, and then that slowed down. But obviously that's not the end goal, because my speaking skills to the camera has increased dramatically over the past 88 days. I think this is the 88th daily update, daily session, download, whatever you want to call it. So if I'm gonna start viewing that as a major goal of mine, and aside from that, of all the things that I'm doing, that's presently like the least lucrative and the least important in the grand scheme of things, because all of my money is earned in my career. The most money aside from that could be earned from the engineering business. And then Ironman and triathlon and fitness, that's my passion. So those three things are the most important to me technically, but I'm deriving a lot of stress out of this personal branding stuff just because it's completely new to me and I'm not very good at it, to be honest. So I have to create a tracking system to determine what my progress actually is in those realms, but then create systems around box checking, so to speak, like Alex Hermosi, extreme operator, operationalize everything. All right, 3 posts a week, check. Daily video on YouTube, check. Boxes to check to show all right, I'm working in the direction that I'm supposed to be working, or at least the direction that I'm telling people that I'm working in. That's for me to do and me to figure out. If any of you have any tips on that, because I know that there are some of you who continue to watch these, which I appreciate. Let me know. Let me know in the comments. For those of you who are new, who might have tips, also let me know in the comments and subscribe so that maybe I can hit 100 subscribers by the end of the year. That'd be great. If any of you have anyone who you think would like this channel, send it to them so that I can get 3 more subscribers and then hit my completely made up goal that I was thinking about earlier last week. That would be nice to hit 100 subscribers by the end of the year. Either way, enjoy your weekend, enjoy your day, and maybe give this method a try. It's the whole goal of it is to organize the many efforts that I'm pursuing in my life. But, you know, everybody's lives are equally as um, complicated, and you probably have an equal number of goals or tons of things that you want to do. I will say that I try not to create more than 4 or 5 major initiatives, and 4 or 5 is kind of a lot. And the only reason why I have 4 or 5 is because some of these initiatives are things that I would have to do anyway. Like, I already have my job, and that initiative is just related to me, me making an effort to be good at my job. That's not like nothing crazy. It's a lot of work and it's a lot of stress because of the type of job that I have. I'm not minimizing that, but it's not something that I have to go out and seek and study for. It's something that I'm locked in 10 hours a day on anyway, and either have the choice to perform or not perform. My Ironman goal is no longer it's a lot of work, but it's no longer something that I wouldn't have been doing anyway. So that's hardly a lift. Really, the biggest lifts that are distinct initiatives separate from what I would have normally been doing anyway are my documenting the Ironman process, my personal business aspirations, and that's really it. Those 2 things, so 2 new things. But anyway, again, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. This is a much longer one than I usually do. Realistically, I could talk for hours. I'm not the type of person who would run out of ideas to talk about. Really, if you get me going, then I'm just going to keep going. So I'll let you off easy today and stick to, what is this, like just above 20 minutes. But thanks for listening.